there are so many. Okay, so there are so many opportunities that I could share. First, I just wanted to say that my daughter Erin introduced me to LifeWave, and I was so thankful. I was experiencing a tremendous amount of back pain, and I wasn't sleeping and resting well. And so finally, when Erin introduced the patches to me, I started using it on my back, and within about 3 or 4 days, just a massive difference. And I just got up and I went, I just can't believe that these patches are working so quickly. And so now I rarely ever have to wear a patch. So that was my motivation, number one, for starting. And I didn't realize that that was going to be just the beginning of my journey. But as we all know, life happens. And so recently, a few days ago, I had an incident. And first, I will just start with saying that my shoulder started hurting, and I just couldn't believe how painful it was. And it was starting to influence my activities and limit my actions. And in fact, to be honest, it was hurting so bad, I couldn't even lift my arm to even put deodorant on. And so I was obviously in quite intensive pain. And 4 days later, I was in the shower, and all of a sudden, I started patching it, obviously. And 4 days later, when I was in the shower, all of a sudden, I realized I was using both hands to wash my hair. And I tears just filled my eyes because I was like, I couldn't believe in 4 days I went from not being able to lift my shoulder to being able to use both hands. And so obviously that truly was just absolutely a miracle to me. And just so you know, I used the X39 and the carnosine with the two patches that I used on my shoulder area. And I just have to share one other thing, and Brittany doesn't even really know this, but a few days ago, I was taking a bag of things to Goodwill and turned around and stepped on the edge of the curb and broke my foot. And so I thought it was just a sprain. It was really swollen and purple, and went to have it x-rayed. And yes, it was broken. And so they said, well, you're going to have to go to the orthopedic and, check on having surgery and all of that. So obviously, you can bet I patched up in those few days. And they looked at it and they went, I think all you need is a little boot, and no surgery required. And so everybody needs these patches. You just never know when life is going to happen and you're going to need them. But wow, what a difference. So I'm thankful and grateful. And I know that my the foot is going to heal so much quicker because I have my life weight patches.
That is so awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So so thank you. And that's so important, guys. Which patches were you using, you know? So for Testimony Tuesday, it's okay. I'm going to be talking about the X39 only, but I'm going to be saying as we share our testimonies, look, you tell us which technologies you used. Okay.
Mhm.
So absolutely incredible. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, now I'm going to share my screen again and I'm going to I want you guys to see this. This is so cute. And um, go ahead, Miss Teresa. Oh, you can't unmute. Why can't you unmute?
Here I am.
Okay, there you are.
Awesome. Um, so I have human testimony, but right now we're talking about my little chick. This chick right here in this picture is 2 days old. It was born handicapped, and I was desperate because I've already lost several chicks on my incubator, and because I'm very high altitude, it's very dry here, and so I was desperate, and I had lost some already chicks, so I was like, okay, I Facebooked my groups that were chicken groups, and then I'm like, you know what? I patched my dog. I'm gonna patch this little guy. and it's actually a girl, and she's right here. And she was 2 days old. She was handicapped. She actually couldn't walk on one foot. And now she is thriving. Most chickens die if they're starting to fail, and she was starting to fail. And now she's thriving. And now she's a week and a half old. But I had another one just this weekend, a 1 day old chick was in the brooder with the mom, and she couldn't get back with the mom, and so she was freezing and dying. I brought her up, and within 20 hours I saved another chick. So it's not just for humans. It's awesome. X39, I love these little guys, and I'm so excited that really it works for anything or anybody or any animal that has infrared light.
I love
It's awesome.
it. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, I wanted everybody to see that. Okay, Miss Dee Dee, if you can, Deetra, if you can unmute yourself, that would be great so I can find you and highlight you. Push the button. There you go.
Oh,
All right, you're good to go.
can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi. I'm Deetra. On here, I'm Dee Dee. My kids and stepkids have deemed that when I have grandbabies, that's what I'm going to be called. So trying to adjust. So almost 1 year to the day in 2024, I was diagnosed with um, a torn meniscus in my left knee. Was walking into a restaurant with my husband for lunch one day, and my knee just completely gave out on me, and the pain was so excruciating. And from there, just was downhill for me for a whole year, for various reasons. I did not have the surgery that was recommended, and it was debilitating. Couldn't walk upstairs, downstairs, couldn't get out of a chair, couldn't sit down in I mean, just all of those things. And a very dear friend of mine, almost 1 year to the day, said, I think I found something that can help you. Can you meet me at my office this day, this time? And I'm telling you, if someone had told me I had to shoot myself in the foot to get better, I would have asked for the gun. And I went in, and Brittany was there with her, which was an absolute pleasure just to even meet you. And she knelt down next to me, and where's your pain? I pretty much couldn't pick my foot up off the ground. And so my major pain was here, secondary pain there. And on top of my clothes, she held the patches on my leg, and she said, I want you to count 10, 15, 20 seconds, and then move again and tell me how you feel. And I'm telling you, I was expecting to struggle to pick my leg up, and it just popped into the air. That moment changed my life. Fast forward, we're now at 1 month. I've been patching for 1 month. And I still, obviously do have pain here and there, but the changes are remarkable. I actually have a life again. I can move, I can do things, I can be active. And I'm just believing that my miracle is going to continue from here.
And it is, and this is just the beginning.
I knew I wouldn't be able to do this without crying.
Well, this is just the beginning, guys. This is why we do what we do, And so
And that's exactly what you said to me that day. You looked at me and you said, this is why I do what I do.
Yep, it is. And so, guys, this is what I wanted everybody to hear because, it's important for all of us as a family to say, you know what, we're going to impact the world together. And this is how we're going to do it. It's going to be one life at a time. And now here's Deetra going, okay, I need to have an event. I gotta talk to people. And so,
I do.
that's the power of what we have our hands on. From baby chicks to a life that's changing to forever, to exactly what Emily said earlier, life happens. And so this is, when life happens, we've got patches. So we want everybody to know about them and lead them to this incredible technology. Deidre, you did amazing. So I cannot wait for you to share tomorrow night. So awesome. Okay, so guys, so today Rick is sick, and so I quickly wanted to cover, and we will be off of here within the next 15 minutes. Okay, but this is very, very, very important, guys. Okay, first of all, the power of your testimony. You just heard three powerful testimonies. Okay, you just heard three powerful testimonies that are going to change somebody's life. Okay, so that is number one, super important that you guys see. Oh my gosh, testimonies are vital. Okay. If you do not have one, you can turn around and use Deetra's and go, I don't know. I just started on these like 2 days ago, but I know that your life is going to be changed because I just heard this lady and her life is forever changed. Okay. We are the carriers of hope. So tomorrow night, when we share our testimony, number one, we want to know your name, where you're from. Y'all did that. How long it took to see results. That's fair. Guys, some people are not one patch wonders like Deetra, okay? And that's okay. We want to set a realistic expectation of, hey, you might have to use Ice Wave for about a month or 2 months or 3 months, and until your stem cells all wake up. But this is what's going to happen. Okay. Which patches were used, where they were placed. Okay. And then just remember that those small stories are just as powerful as the large testimonies. I have a very big one that I think I'm going to be calling him today, huge one that he's going to be bringing on tomorrow. But you know what? It's just as powerful as Jeff says since last week when he was talking about allergies. Do you know how many people after when Jeff shared his testimony about he doesn't have allergies to jalapenos anymore? Or I'm sorry, acid reflux anymore, and that he doesn't have allergies when he goes outside anymore to mow the lawn. Do you know how many people jumped on last week just because of that? So those testimonies are vital because that's his story. And so I want you guys to, I love AI because this morning at 4 o'clock in the morning, we did a launch for Australia. And so my brain was kind of going afterwards. And so, I asked AI, I said, AI, I want you to make a picture of a man and a woman laying bricks down, creating a paved way for people of LifeWave. And this is what it created. Isn't this a beautiful testimony? A beautiful testimony of what we have. Guys, we are pioneers, okay? This is new technology, okay? And because of that, you're going to have people that don't believe it, say it's too good to be true. They're scared. Is it one of those pyramid things? You guys, we are pioneers on this call. There are 70 of you on this call. And whether you're new and you have never been on a call before, welcome to being a pioneer because you're about to change the lives of people that you know and that you love forever and ever. And you're going to see tears of joy in a way that you've always prayed that you would. But you have to be willing to pave the way. And those bricks sometimes feel heavy, but when you put them down, they will be firm, and the person that comes behind you can step and use them as stepping stones as their paved road. Okay, so you have to have surety in your voice. Okay, you have to have a belief system that is unwavering. Okay, somebody told me yesterday, well, I've heard of these and they didn't work for them. Well, they didn't hear about them from me. They didn't hear about them from me, and they probably were not told to wear them correctly, and they probably were not told that they had to wear them at least 1 month per decade that they're alive. You should have heard the silence on the other side. Dead silence, because they weren't. They weren't told. They were given unrealistic expectations. I said, "Do not tell me that my patches don't work." I take it personally. So they started laughing and they jumped on. Okay. So very, very important. The conviction in your voice and the conviction of the testimonies. Know your testimonies, know school, know your tools, because with those, you are going to be able to layer a beautiful, and it was just like this perfect picture that really God gave me of us paving the way for people. And it could be that they are just desperately needing a miracle in their family, or it could be that they desperately need a financial miracle. Desperately. And you have got to pave that way for them that they can absolutely do it. This is a leadership call, manager or not, on Monday mornings. Danny is doing the basics for everybody on his entire team. For us, how exciting that this is our group, that we get to become leaders together. And Rick and I are praying, and we are praying that we are going to lead an army of people that are pioneers, that when we walk into the room, people know us as those that make the life that they're living livable again. That's actually scripture in Isaiah, that we are to be known as those that make cities out of ruins and build blocks and make the community livable again. So there has to be a pioneer who has the courage, the ambition to overcome the obstacles that always develop when one tries to do something worthwhile, especially when it's new and it's different. So I wanted to cover today a couple of the objections that I got this last week. And guys, I want to cover them because I feel like it's super important for you guys to hear it out of my voice as to the answers that I gave. Okay. First of all, I can't get them on Zooms. What do I do? Okay. If they are not willing to get on a three-way conversation, if they are not willing to watch a video, do not get them on a three-way call. Because here's the deal. That is how the duplicatable business works. Okay. Now, if they're willing to get on the call because they're desperate for a miracle, send them testimonies first and send them a very quick Dr. Harmon, Google it. Dr. Harmon explains X39 in 9 minutes. Okay. Because if I get on the call with them, if you as a leader get on the call with somebody, my first question is going to be, I'm going to know if you watch the video, because my first question is going to be, so what do you know about stem cells? Right? So we're transferring, as pioneers, we're transferring and we're giving bricks over to people so that they can layer behind them. Okay. So, I can't get them on a Zoom. Okay. We'll send them a recording. Well, they're not willing to watch a recording. Well, they're not going to do very well, are they? Well, they only want the technology. Okay, share with them a couple of texts of the testimonies. And if not, God bless them. God bless them, guys, with all my heart. If they are meant to be on this technology, it's going to irk them enough to call you. Move on. Love them where they're at and move on. Because there are too many people that need this technology that are desperate, like Deetra, who I'm telling you, when she walked in, I saw the desperation in her face. And it was desperate because she was praying for an answer. And her friend Wendy took the time to sit down and say, we're going to get you there. And I can promise you, Deetra's going to get this, and she's going to be an SPD because she's going to say, I'm unapologetically going to talk to people about this technology. And if somebody looks at her and says, well, I can't get on a Zoom, then she's going to look at them and say, well, then you're not desperate enough, because I was desperate to do whatever it was. Right. And so, well, I can't operate Zoom. That's okay. No problem. I'm going to send you a recording. Guys, if they're not willing to do that, then they're not that desperate. Okay. Thank you, John. You just put the 9 minute. I know him. So I know what he just did. He put the 9 minute Dr. Harmon. And then the next one, can you talk to them for me? Here's the deal, guys. You as leaders should be willing to do a three-way call. You do not talk to anybody for them. They need to be on the call. You do not send a phone number to somebody and say, call this person. Number one, it makes it look like a sale. This is not a sale. This is impact. Impact lives. Okay. That's number one. Number two, you want to ensure that the transfer of skill is coming from you to the person that is wanting to introduce them to you. So when you get on the phone, I think many people have heard Terry say this. Terry will do it 3 times, 4 times, that's it. Okay. I'm more mercy motivated, so I'll do more. but you know, she made a good point. She said, Brittany, the first call I do, if it's a 3-way, before I even do a 3-way, I say, did they watch a Zoom? Did they watch a Zoom? And it didn't have to be a full Zoom. It could be of just the 9-minute Dr. Harmon, right? Because some people are they need to just, what does it do? What is it? Blah, blah, blah. That's it. Okay. That's fine. Then it's okay. If they watch the Zoom, let's get them on a 3-way. Hey, Sarah, I heard you watch the Zoom. Talk to me about it. What did you think about it? Tell me what questions you had. What did you learn about stem cells? Next question. And I love this, you guys, and I hope that you guys grab this and use this. Okay, because then they'll say, well, stem cells can pretty much do everything. Okay, great. If you had a magic wand and could make your stem cells do anything in your body, what would it be? If you could pray that those stem cells went to one area in your entire body, where would you send them? You are now getting their why. For Deidre, she knew. I knew it was her torn meniscus. That was it. That was her why. Okay. Teresa, her why, she had a lot of whys for her health. And I'm sure she'll share those tomorrow if she jumps on. There are so many people that are going to share their why just by saying, gosh, if I could send my stem cells anywhere, this is where I would send them. Okay. So you want to be able to do that. Okay. The Walmart, Amazon, again, if you guys did not watch Danny and Diane's call last night, I strongly recommend it. Okay. Watch it because Amazon and Walmart a non-issue. Period. Walmarts aren't real. They're from China and they could have stuff on them. Okay. That's dangerous and that's silly. So I tell everybody, that's silly. Amazon, why would they pay retail instead of going through you? I would say that's a very bad friend. Retail plus 15%. And then they get a card from LifeWave that says, you want to get it for $99 a month? Find a brand partner. That's how dedicated LifeWave is to us. Okay. I'm not on social media. Great. Get on school. Okay. So if somebody says, well, I'm not on social media. That's okay. Get on school. Okay. And the last one was, I keep hearing it's a pyramid. You know what the response is? It is not a pyramid. It's a binary. People go, what? Number one, it isn't a pyramid, guys. This is direct sales. All of us are selling something. I'm selling myself to my friends that I'm a good friend, right? I'm selling myself to my husband as I'm a good wife, hopefully. Okay. I'm selling something every day to my kids that I'm a mom, that I'm there for them. So so I turn around to them and say, that is silliness. You could turn around tomorrow and explode and share with 25 people and bypass me tomorrow. So, that is huge. And so, that just remember those pieces. Okay. Know that you guys have this and that you guys can absolutely explode your business by transferring the gifts and being the pioneer that you guys are. So our goal should be to impact lives. That's our goal. Okay. No matter if you have a financial goal or otherwise, your goal should be to impact lives. Okay. Because as leaders, we impact lives. So all of us have to become leaders. We have to be. So in order to become a leader, we know school. So learn school, play around with school, okay? And know your back office. Start paying attention to your back office. Okay. And so what Rick and I wanted to do was quickly, and again, he's sick in bed, bless him. So focus for our leaders. Okay. First of all, when you establish your daily method of operation, okay, that's how many people are you going to call, how many people are you going to talk to, how many people are you going to get on a Zoom, and how many people are you going to follow up with. You want to next establish that you are absolutely a leader. Be a problem solution interrogator. Know patching with purpose, know my phone number, know your sponsor's phone number. If you have people that you need to get into patching with purpose, text me and say, hey, I'm so and so. I'm inviting people to patching with purpose. Can you let them in? I will let them in. Okay. And patching with purpose, I'll share my screen in a minute so you guys can make sure that you're on that. Be a testimony seeker. Okay. Look for the testimonies. Okay. I get a lot of texts asking, hey, and I want to answer them all, guys. That's my heart, is I want to answer them. But if in that moment I'm not available because I don't have this, I don't want you guys to be in trouble. So I want you guys to know where to go to find them. Okay. And you guys should want the same thing for your people. So what we need to do is learn how to transfer that over and be the overcomer of those objections that we just covered. Okay. A pyramid, you cannot make more than the person at top. By the way, David Schmidt, from what I am looking at, is making less than Steve and Gina Merritt. Okay. That's what? Okay. Why? Because David Schmidt is focused on doing what David Schmidt does and being an inventor. He doesn't care. He wants everybody to win. That's amazing. Okay. Uh, so establish the daily method of operation, establish that you are a leader, and introduce that technology. Okay, so introduce the technology. How are you doing that? The Zoom, okay, by phone call and then following up. Okay, but then teach someone else how to introduce the technology by asking them who they love, who they want to impact, and who can you help grow in your group? Who can you help grow? Because there are people that are here that I know are future SPDs and future presidential 3-star directors, whatever it is, and they're not here yet. My prayer is that I want you guys to hear me, so I'm going to stop sharing. My goal, my prayer is that we are bypassed. That is my prayer. My prayer is that we are bypassed. That our leaders begin to show up and shine in a way that when we go, we can say, oh, they're from us. They bypassed us. That is my goal and that is my prayer. And we have that ability with the people that are on this team. There's zero doubt. And then the transfer of skill. Okay, so we already covered that, but transfer the skill of how to lead and develop leaders. Okay, transfer that skill. So don't just do it for your people, transfer it over. And then these are the leadership books that Danny McDaniel was talking about. I really like this one, The 5 Levels of Leadership. This really helped me see where we were, and I'm not even close to a level 5. Okay, so my commitment to all of you, you new people on here, my commitment is that we will lead you well. Rick's commitment is that we're going to lead you well. And so we are going to have leadership classes that we're going to start having so that people can develop. But until then, start reading these books that Danny suggested. Okay, and keep using the system and transferring the system over to the next person. Okay, so when you contact people, it is a very exciting phone call of, hey, I was introduced to this technology. I cannot begin to tell you how excited I am. This lady, Diane, she is going to be doing a presentation tonight. You have to get on this call, and I'm going to call you right after, but I want you to be my guest because I know what your son struggles with, and I know you guys need to hear about this. Well, what is it? It's a technology that wakes up stem cells. I don't have time to go into it, but you need to jump on this. Guys, Danny and Diane's the first time I've ever heard it. They nailed it last night. The majority of my phone calls are from 5:30, 5:45 to 6:45. Sometimes 7 o'clock to 7:30. That's when I'm getting people on the Zooms. That's when I'm getting the people on the Zooms because I know how many people are on my daily method of operation. And if I know, because I'm a talker, I know that hey, I can't talk to you because the Zoom's in 30 minutes. Can you jump on this Zoom call? And then I'm following up. What did you think about the Zoom? What did you like? What did you not like? Talk to me. What testimony hit you the most? Tomorrow night afterwards, what testimony hit you the most? Okay. And so that is, I don't want to take anything else from Rick. Remember that the Top Tier LifeWave channel on YouTube, all like this Zoom is going to be on there. Okay. Today I'm uploading the interview that David Schmidt, Rick and I got to interview David Schmidt. So we're going to upload that on here. It's very short, but it's about the Eon patches. And so we got to interview him. And so please make sure that you guys subscribe to that. And please make sure that on our Facebook page, one more thing, and then I'm gonna read you guys one more thing and then we're done. The Facebook page that you guys want to be on so that you guys can be a part of everything. Make sure that you invite all your people to the X39 patch up trainings. But if they do not answer that they're in the franchise or the Francis organization, we will not know. So just make sure I will know because I'll look them up in the binary, but I have people that are willing to help me invite people. If you want to be a moderator, my text message number is up there. I need help. So, let's get as many people on this as possible because I will post things that you guys need to know, or if there's things that I go, oh my gosh, here's your Spanish Zoom. I want to be able to get all this information to your team, and that's important. And then the patching with purpose, right here, guys. Um, Here's the deal. I'm one of the managers of the group, and let me tell you, look at how many member requests there are. I am on it for our team. I mean, when I say I'm on it, I am looking, I am scrolling for anybody that's on my team. But if I don't know you yet, then I won't know. So please text me or have your sponsor text me. I don't care, text me and say, "Hey, I need to get on and I haven't been approved yet." Or I'm getting people on and they haven't been approved yet. Just tell me, I'll look for your name and I'll approve everybody. So with that, guys, last piece is the 2020. Danny said it yesterday that we want the top 20 people in our life, in our organization. So this is in school. You want to start writing the names of the people left, right, left, right, left, right that are in your 2020. Okay. Now, as you write those names, this is the last piece that I want to read to you, and then we'll pray out. Actually, I can stay on the phone. Everybody else get off, and anybody that has questions, you guys can ask questions. But guys, this is the top 20, really 40 people. You want to sponsor people who are visionaries. You can only paint the picture so much. Don't drag them. You want to sponsor people you love, respect, and admire. I admire you and I want to do life with you. There is a technology that I just heard about and I want to know what you think about it. Can you jump on this Zoom? Sponsor those prospects who are on your attitude level and above. Okay, bring people that are high in their minds of excitement and then bring them up if you can, but don't let somebody bring you down. Okay, sponsor individuals, not titles or groups or associations. This is relational. Sponsor one person at a time. Sponsor people within your sphere of influence, people you know and who know you. Sponsor prospects who are ambitious, trustworthy, hungry for success, willing to work, willing to listen. Sponsor positive people. Sponsor people who have a dream and are willing to do something about it. Sponsor people you like and want to do life with. Sponsor upwardly mobile people. Sponsor the most successful people you know. Do not have fear. Sponsor people who are looking for a better health and opportunity. Hey, Sarah, I know how excited you are whenever you hear about new things. Sarah, I came across something that I know you're going to hear about, and I want you with me. I want to do life with you. There is an unbelievable Zoom in 30 minutes. You've got to jump on it. It would mean the world to me. Can you just be my guest for 35 minutes? And if they say no, or if they say not right now, it's okay. That could have been something that saved your day, your life, and that's all right. Move on and pray over them and keep dripping on them. So hopefully that helped this morning. I know that I said 9:45, so I was trying to make it quick. Rick will have a lot more to share next week. We've been really praying about the leadership pieces, but this I just feel is good and is going to be helpful for you guys. I'm going to stop the recording now for the YouTube, and God bless all of you.